extremely strong team fighter coming in. We know also pretty good laning phase as well. Kennen always been a bit of a lane bully. And it definitely feels like BLG have set themselves up for 5v5s. Finally seeing what we hit on earlier, right? That this is the avenue where JDG can contest. We wanted to see them contest this early blue buff.
They're going to go for it. There's going to be a nice E, though. Facebreaker is beautifully set up for Kanavi to take up the first blood. And with Yagao having priority in that mid lane, it means there is no response here for BLG.
Soul coming on the Rift later on?
A less chill Soul is what you're saying. Oh, no Fire Soul for you. It's going to be Infernal next. So
it goes completely against everything we said about 15 minutes ago.
Yep.
BLG. I mean, to be fair, JDG are following the plan, right? All in on just playing their bots.
That was so good. He waited to the last second of the hook shot, wall shot, and cancelled the animation with the stun. Beautifully done by BLG. And with Zoom having no flash, he has nowhere to go. And that is a nice kill there by BLG.
I mean, just plays it right. I mean, you're bringing your shortly as Weiwei now just gonna opt into dropping it mid with the fact that, you know, they weren't able to find anything topside, and they should be able to get this scot-free. And Dragon's coming up, Penguin. It all works out.
It all works out, but this feels a bit disjointed from BLG because there's important to know.
We can potentially get a 5v5 here. Kanavi gonna peel off the Drake.
Oh, Kanavi goes in, gets the kickback. DB going to be coming off the back of this as well as Kanavi gets himself over the wall. Both flashes from both junglers have been used, but now both junglers are dead. The Slicing Maelstrom only hits onto 2 as Zoom now finds himself with the Hexacle Maiden on top of Weiwei. Keeps himself safe, flash forward from Yagao, gets the Abstondant Gun and the Showstopper to start us all off. We're going to see the True Shot Barrage doing enough damage to maybe dissuade a dive, but not enough to keep BLG in the fight. They lose 2, only gain 1, and it's going to be JDG getting the Dragon.
Engaging onto BLG, able to get 2 kills. I'm sure we're going to get the replay of that one. Doesn't matter that their smite is down. They do have a great turn. They do have tons of engage angles, and Yagao's going to play off to the side and play a bit of a flank.
Here we go. Teleport is being channeled. 2,800 onto the Dragon as they're trying to just get this one there. Solar Flare does not really land onto anybody, but there's a Slicing Maelstrom immediately brought back into the pit, but the jungler for JDG is dead. That means BLG pick up that objective, and it's just going to be set in this side, trying to pick up a kill, but will not get it. Eventually, the Kennen will fall, but it's a 2 for 1 in favor of BLG, and most importantly, they got the Dragon. Watch for BuBu did not have that in the last fight. PP God aggressively posturing forward, trying to get the vision control. But BLG, they might say, look, you're a little bit too early for this. As I say that, Weiwei jumps straight in onto Yagao, and Yagao might be in a little bit of trouble. Good Everfrost lands onto 3, but nobody's there to really kind of combine onto it. There is the Slicing Maelstrom down onto 3 people, and now JDG have to run for the hills. They lose the Kalista, the Camille, they lose the set as well. It's on Yagao. Yagao has to be the hero. He picks up 1 more. But I don't think he's going to be able to get anything else. BLG decimate JDG in the fight and can turn around for the Baron.
And I'm going to need to see that one again, Penguin, because I'm not really quite sure what's up with the Showstoppers coming out from Lumao. But again, it looked like the members of JDG were funneling towards one side, and Lumao just continued to bring the Kennen towards them. BuBu, massive ultimate. We did see a pretty good Everfrost from Yagao. It looked like, hey, maybe there's ways JDG can set this up to find the turn. But Weiwei with the engage, BuBu with the ultimate, and then Zeke aiming with the follow-up. You would have had to flash in the other direction and ult him out, but we come right out of the replay into a fight.
We do indeed. PP God goes golden as he tries to get the engage, and the Camille is dead. Zoom is no longer here. Yagao trying to go in with the stolen Slicing Maelstrom, but this Leona is still hunting, still pushing. PP God heard you chatting about him and saying he hasn't been having a great split. He's having a great game now for the side of BLG, and now with Baron, with another 4 for 1 team fight in favor of BLG, they'll take the Dragon, and they're just going to own the map.
Yeah, and you know, Penguin, right before break ended, you told me you thought BLG were gonna win, and I said no way. And
you told me to say it on broadcast, and I wasn't brave enough. I did not.
Knowing how to play out their composition, I feel like the drafting especially was really good. I really like the Kennen pick coming out and how we've seen it utilized so far. I take back what I said. The more they're gonna find the engage.
Not quite yet. BuBu hasn't gone in with the Slicing Maelstrom, but they almost take out Lumao without having to invest pretty much anything. They have to use the Fate's Call just to keep him alive. But that is Inhibitor cracked open in the bot side. This is a perfect inhibitor for BLG. It gives you so much pressure around the top side of the match, which is where all the turrets are left for the side of JDG. Oh, I'm gonna say that. We're gonna see
the Engage.
They found an Engage. It's aiming, gets jumped on by the Hexacle Momentum, and Kanavi are going to try and go in on top of it, but there's the Slicing Maelstrom trying to just kill off everybody here. You can see Bew going back out of his golden stasis, but now with Zika still alive and having so much utility, can he get the resets? He's gotten 2. But can he get any more? He goes back in, trying to see if he can get it. There's going to be a bit of a scrap in the middle of all this. It's going to be a triple kill, but nothing more than that. They're not going to give him over the penta, but it will be a 5-for-4 exchange. Loken, the only man left standing. JDG won, but I don't think they're going to feel like a victory after this.
Scott Abduct going to be great if he can get onto that backline. The problem is, a lot of BLG's champions actually want to be running forward at you and aiming. About to have his flash up. Does have heal.
Here we go. It's a perfect combination of the Slicing Maelstrom into the Showstopper, but they haven't taken down any kills yet. Yagao found the flank, but can they get any more of these kills? You can see that Aiming is still alive. Aiming is still doing work, as is Zika. And now Loken cannot escape from the heartbreak. That is going to be BLG taking this team fight. Yagao and Lumao had such a great combo, but it just wasn't enough. And I think BLG can just push in and take the game.
Yeah, BLG, I mean, BLG have been a topsy-turbulent team recently. Taking down a team like JDG, who are sitting 1 win above you, would be absolutely massive. And all their members showed up. Can Yagao show up? Can Yagao do what Knight did only a few weeks ago? Looks a bit rough, Penguin.
I don't know if he can. He's got himself the Sinzar ultimate to try and separate everybody out, but you can see they're just jumping in on top of him, and that is the ace finally coming in for BLG. They will take this first game away from JDG and put themselves in prime position to give themselves a nice 2-0 in the standings today. Great game for BLG.
BLG just, I mean, coming out